Are you carrying guilt in your marriage without realizing it? Could that be quietly affecting the way your spouse respects you? I'm Natalie. I help married business owners strengthen their love life to elevate their business success. In this video, you'll learn why successful men often carry hidden guilt, how it impacts their marriage, and what to do so you can lead with freedom, confidence, clarity, and generosity. What most men miss, and hear me out, the question isn't, why do I feel guilty? No. The better question is, what value feels violated right now? And that changes everything. So what is that? What are your core values? Take a wild guess on what they are, because now you're solving the actual root of the problem, not the symptom. And then what you want to do is ask yourself, what must be true for me to feel fully aligned here? What am I afraid will happen if I go against those values? What standard do I believe is being broken right now? Those questions will reveal the root. I put together a free framework for you on the 5 steps to rebuild respect, connection, and support in your marriage. The link to download is in the video description below or pinned comment below. Go ahead and grab it. Elite men don't ignore internal conflict. They investigate it. They ask themselves, what am I feeling? Why am I feeling it? Which value is involved? And where did this pattern even begin? Because freedom starts with awareness, and sometimes the root isn't even your wife. It's not. It's an old experience, an old betrayal, and a time someone took advantage of you, a pattern you've been carrying for years. If you see constant patterns in your marriage, there's an unresolved issue there. Unforgiveness. Unforgiveness within yourself, within your spouse, within your parents. I have no idea. But if you see a constant pattern, there's unforgiveness there. And the hidden cost, if you don't do this, it gets unresolved, which we all know that's no fun. And that will create resentment, distance, overthinking, emotional withdrawal, and eventually your wife feels it. And even if you never say a word, she notices the hesitation. She sees things you can't, and she senses the resistance. And that affects trust. Do you have full trust within your marriage? Without trust, you cannot move forward with anything. You can't move forward with more passion, more intimacy, more deep connection with your wife, or even respect if there's no way to figure out what the root is. And sometimes we need guidance on what that is, on what the questions to ask. So you really can't find this information. I mean, it's super surface level when it comes to finding this information with AI today or ChatGPT. You want that deep one-on-one deep connection with an actual person. So that the person that you even trust that can guide you in the right direction and figure out what the root of the problem is so you can move forward freely with your wife, with confidence, clarity. You cannot lead confidently where you secretly feel conflicted. That is the issue. If you want to take that step for some guidance, again, the link to download for you is in the description below or pinned comment below. Go get it so you can go ahead and take action and start fixing the root of the problem. It will help you, again, to rebuild trust in your marriage, connection, and support that you've been looking for. Most men think guilt just feels obvious. It doesn't. Guilt often disguises itself as hesitation, pressure, irritation, even anxiety, resistance of some sort. You don't just say, I feel guilty. You don't even know that it's guilt that you're feeling. Oftentimes, men say, something feels off. I need to think about it. Why does this bother me so much? That is hidden guilt. And the problem is, if you don't understand it, you'll misdiagnose it. You'll think, I have the money, so I can give it to her, but I still feel guilty about it even though I have the money to spend. It's about her, it's about fairness. Usually, it's none of those things. One of your values feels threatened. And the real issue is every strong man has core values. Things like responsibility, respect, that should be number 1. Contribution, independence, discipline. When a situation conflicts with one of those values that you have, internal tension appears. That's where guilt often begins. It's a signal telling you something is off. This is going against what I value. That's why leadership starts within, not with your spouse, not with her, with you. The goal isn't to eliminate standards. The goal is alignment. When your values are clear, generosity becomes easy. And I want to know what those values are for you. Tell me, what do you value? Do you value, obviously, respect, generosity, hard work? What is it that you value? Comment down below. I'd love to hear from you. It's amazing. It's freedom. And leadership becomes natural. You know what your boundaries are. You know what your values are. Therefore, you know how to communicate those things in a way that no one can take advantage at all. Getting super clear on your values as a high-performing man, as a high-ambitious man, hardworking, is super crucial. Because once you know what that is, leadership becomes natural for you, and your marriage becomes even stronger. A man who is free from guilt gives differently, leads differently, loves differently. But it is within us that we have to fix and feel like, why is this happening? Not with anybody else, but with her. Why is it with her? And really dig deep into that problem. If you want guidance on figuring out what that root of the problem is, sometimes you don't have time to figure it out on your own. I'm here to support you. I'm here to guide you in the right direction. So if you feel courageous enough to book a call, what you're going to get out of the call is just clarity. If it's not a match, you'll still get out with clarity. So feel free to book a call with me to figure out what that root of the issue is, and you need guidance and don't have time to do so. I am here for you to shorten that timeline, and that way you can go about your business and become more freedom and have that respect, trust, support in your marriage and alignment. So the link to book a free strategy call with me is down below. If you want to learn how the 1% of men lead difficult conversations without losing respect, watch this video next. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.